Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Sinatra, and welcome to HeartMDInstitute.com. Today I want to talk about the possibility of gluten being a myth, a gluten-free diet that is. You know, it's the biggest fad in our society, but it does have a bright side. Let me talk about the dark side a little bit. Look, it's okay to eat gluten-free foods, but remember, gluten-free foods can be processed. They can contain a lot of carbohydrate. It can raise insulin levels. And remember, surging insulin levels is one of the worst aspects of developing heart disease because it causes inflammation. So whenever you do gluten-free, choose wisely and make sure your gluten-free products have high fiber, or you combine gluten-free with healthy fats and proteins to offset the insulin response. Now let's talk about the bright side of gluten-free. Sure, there's 1% of the population that have celiac disease, and they must avoid gluten at all costs. But what about the other 99% of the population? You know, wheat has changed since the mid-1980s. When America had this high-yield wheat to feed the world, it was genetically modified. And it's been genetically modified so many times, it's not really the real wheat of antiquity. And this genetically modified wheat causes problems in people. They have allergies to it. They have reactions to it. But people don't go into a doctor's office and say, hey, I have a gluten allergy. They don't even know about it. But what do they have? Well, they have skin problems. They have neurological issues. They have joint problems. They have cardiac palpitations. Look, folks, if you have psoriasis or if you have any neurological problem, if your child has a neurological problem, you have one, you have digestive problems, you have arthritic, you have any cardiac PVCs or palpitations, avoid gluten. Why? Because I've seen patients improve tenfold on a gluten-free diet. Believe me, it works. Because when you do gluten-free, you're not taking in these genetically modified wheats. So my tip of the day is this. Choose gluten-free as much as you can. It can really help you, especially if you're suffering from any of those illnesses I talked about previously. That's my tip of the day. From my heart to yours, I'm Dr. Steve Sinatra.